Hi, my friends. Welcome to your spiritual stop. So, what I'm seeing here in this spread is there's a choice that needs to be made at this time. There's a lot of indecision and a lot of mental clutter. We have the Eight of Swords here with the crane bag. Secret ocean, medicine, clutter, declutter, choice. As well with your starseed whisper, you got choice. By staying conscious in your thoughts, you guide your journey in the direction of choice. So I'm seeing here a situation between two people. It could be a twin flame energy. I'm feeling that very strongly. That is bringing a lot of anxiety. We have the Queen of Water and the King of Water here. This is a divine situation, divine relationship, and definitely a soul connection. There's a lot of love. I'm seeing a lot of love. Angel of love here. We have the 10 of water, 10 of cups. This is what you are dreaming of. You want this emotional fulfillment. You want this family. You thought this is what was going to be happening with this person, and that's still the dream that you both have, happiness. But somehow it's bringing anxiety and indecision here. And what is being felt is that there's too much mental worry, concern. They're seeing here unfounded fear, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. This is a 9 of Sword energy. So many swords here on the table. And I feel that this is coming up with still this full moon in Aquarius that we just had this weekend, which is arriving here in this card. This is all the fears, the subconscious, is this too good to be true? And if there's deceit and things that are not perfect, you know, maybe asking yourself, was this just a flame? Was this just passion? Was this just, moment and emotion? And of course, in life is always moving. It is a river and it's flowing. So the emotions transform themselves. So it's not because you're not feeling maybe the same passion exactly that was 2 days ago. You're feeling that your person is changing, or maybe you two are mirroring each other. We have the mirror here, and triggering a lot of thought and what is going to happen now, and all of that stuff. And you both are getting stuck in a way, because we do have here the Two of Cups, falling in love and making a serious commitment to someone. And I feel that this is what is happening, is that now what? We have this love and we are energetically intertwined, and it's so deep that it hurts. At this time, there's a feeling of hurt in the heart. And so a lot of fear and anxiety is coming from, okay, now we need to commit, and all the fears that come with that. Maybe in your past relationships, there's always been this thing of, but it doesn't last. It's not possible. This whole thing, blah, blah, blah. But they're saying here that it's forgiveness, maybe forgiving yourself, forgiving other people, forgiving the other person for not being perfect, yourself for not being perfect. Don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. So maybe there's a situation here where practically, because the love is here. The energy is here for sure. But there's a sense of now how to make this happen in this practical world. Maybe the other person is in a situation where maybe they need to change their life to be with you, or vice versa. their job, maybe changing, moving countries, location. I mean, so many different situations here. So there's a crossroad right now. But they're saying here that there's a need to step out of this huge anxiety I'm seeing and step into this patience mode, because as you step into light, which is this compassion, light, you also have hope underneath. As you allow yourself, have enough compassion for yourself and for the other person, to have faith in a higher force, and maybe in the universe, and maybe acceptance of whatever needs to happen will happen. If there needs to be a moving on right now, there needs to be moving on. Maybe there needs to be an emotional withdrawal for a little bit, yeah? But it's like, for those relationships that are so intense, it triggers a lot in both, this mirror again. And so, and it's life-changing. So both need time here to figure out how this can actually work in the long term. And it will be different for each and every one of you. But what I see here is you got triumphant success and triumph coming in. By the way, number 17 can be significant for some of you, or 117, as well as 18 that came twice here. But there's a strategy that needs to be put into place here, and a need to balance your emotions, balance your mind, and let it drop in the heart. Because right now I think that maybe there's some things, you know, we see deceit here, and this is, I feel here, deceiving yourselves. Both of you are having those fears. Both of you are very anxious. Both of you actually want this 10 of Cups, want this home, this happy, stable family. But it can be hard to see or have confidence in when there's so much passion, you know, when it's so intense. But definitely you guys are triggering transformation, and that needs strength, inner strength, and especially this trust. Trusting yourself, trusting the universe, trusting the situation, trusting the other person, right? Because this is triggering when it's so intense. That can be some issues of codependency. You know, that could be the deceit card that is coming in as well. A little bit, you know, the devil. But the devil is really not that dark. You know, it's just a part of us that we need to look into. And that's just, you know, all of the superficial issues that come up from a deeper sense of maybe fear of abandonment, fear of all the what ifs. You know, you had stopped worrying, your desires are manifesting. So I mean, this is beautiful. When we see the Queen of Water and the King of Water, this is two people that are in love, truly full of emotion for each other. And the thing is, underneath within the Knight of Pentacle here, which, and the King of Pentacle as well, which is signifying that, you know, maybe both of you are very independent when it comes to your work, your mission, your path, and meeting each other is kind of like a whole roller coaster of like, what just happened? You know, what is this? It's like feeling so intensely different, bringing so much happiness to each other, and at the same time bringing so much worry. So it's this coin with two faces, yeah? And definitely I see the 3 of Swords underneath, and the 10 of Swords, so, and the 6 of Swords. So there's this moving on energy that we saw before, but that's moving on towards calmer waters, the 6 of Swords. This is finding calm and more peace wherever you're going. You know, when there's an ending, this is an ending for me to this 3 of Swords, which maybe there was a 3-parter situation. Maybe when you met this person was married or had a situation, maybe kids involved. And this is really signifying that, again, there is this choice for one or the other or both. this love, if you're going to follow this love and trust in it and get together, or just stay in the illusion of, I don't know what to do. Seven of Cups can be the Neptunian energy, this moon Pisces energy, which can be deceiving sometimes. Maybe you don't know what is going on, and that is where there's this indecision coming in and this choice that needs to be made. Yeah, but gratitude, universal love shines through the miracles of life all around you. So if you can take that time a little bit to, your garden is a healing place, seek refuge there to heal your soul. If you can I think both of you need some time by yourself and just reconnect with yourself, because there is light. We see light twice here in the spread. It is time to reveal your radiant light to the world. If you can focus on that and not limit yourself with your mind. Your mind is a tricky thing. It's this deceit. It will deceive you. This anxiety, can not allow you to dive into love. And love is scary. Yeah, it is a leap of faith. You're a celestial being with unlimited potential. There's much for you to share, no limitation. And we have patience coming in again. Be patient and allow destiny to unfold at its own pace. So again, time is really important right now. If you can allow that to happen and be patient and just come back to you, to your own light, and maybe be grateful for what this situationship is bringing, where if you can go beyond the hurt in the heart right now, because I'm feeling this very strongly for the collective, if you can come back to a sense of more stillness and silence, maybe listening to some music that can relax you or just make you feel safe in your environment, wherever that is. Maybe you have an altar or you have a room where it's more of you and your own energy, and just look into the mirror, know the self-examination, seeing who you really are. Because again, when we have this very intense relationship, we can lose a little bit each other. Yeah, and it is time now to come back here to make sure that instead of being so in your mind, coming back to a sense of meditation. We have here set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later, so it doesn't have to be now that everything has to be clear and perfectly organized for the rest of your life, for this situation, this future. Solutions that come from meditation. The need for more sleep or vacation. Definitely here a Four of Swords, a need for time out here. And finally, you got walk away from dishonest associations, realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness, something that's not worth the effort. So some of you might be realizing that maybe right now there's a need to move on from this relationship, that maybe it's not divine timing. That doesn't mean that you guys are not supposed to be together or not supposed to be in the future. But there's a sense here of deceit and lack of clarity. So to get that Ace of Swords, clarity from the divine, it cannot come from your mind. Remember, it can only come from the divine itself, and that will come from your higher self, which is going to be realized when you are really deeply rooted in your meditation and more stillness, when your brain waves slow down, because right now there's too much chaos, too much clutter. Let me get just a last angel here. But there's a lot of love, guys. 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups, Angel of Love. There's just lack of clarity. Not too much, guys. I see the stars, so there's healing taking place. Look to the future with hope and optimism. The power of faith to move mountains. Happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. I feel that burdens are going to be lifted, but again, this need for time out is coming up, you know? Taking care of yourself, of your emotions. And for that, how can you take care of your emotions? It's really not indulging in them too much. You can feel, but you can also simultaneously go deeper and feel this sense of peace, of calm, of serenity, where it is no longer your personality, your ego, your limited self, your mind playing the master role. That's in the background. In the forefront, you start dipping your whole body, your whole being into a more subtle sense of calmness. It's like more still. We all have this inside ourselves. We are all this at the core. It's almost where you disappear. It is that. You completely disappear. And so if there's no you, there's no situation, there's no problem, there's nothing. From that place, you're able to find clarity on the situations in your life. But this needs to come back at the forefront, not your little problems, created from the ego and from the personality. This needs to go at the behind. You need to no longer be caught up in that and just, again, go deeper. From that place, you'll be surprised, but you'll start to see clearly. And that demands trust in yourself and the divine, and that all will be well, actually. That whatever happens, it is life. But it's like there's this detachment, this compassion that comes in, where you understand that it's not so personal, really. At the end of the day, we are all teaching each other. Yeah? Let me see. Look at that, 6 of Winter. And that's the 6 of Sword. Positive changes are on their way. A welcome relief from troubled times, traveling or relocating. Yeah, so some of you are moving on. Again, it doesn't mean that you're moving on from this particular relationship. Maybe you're moving on from this anxiety, this mental, those fears that are blocking you. This relationship can be healed. Maybe with time, with space, for sure. And we have the Emperor. Could be Aries energy. Use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organized, a firm but compassionate leader. So that's stepping into your confidence, who you are, your path, what you want to do for yourself. And as you step into this Emperor mode, which is more head over heart, yeah? It's not drowning into this emotion right now. It's continuing on your path and seeing that with time things come together. I think that this is also someone who is, might be, but might be a boss, might have a lot of responsibilities, as well. It could be you, but that's bringing a lot of control issue as well. When you're used to being very responsible for an enterprise or a family, or having a lot of commitments, this is someone who takes everything very seriously, and it can become a little bit too much in the sense of, okay, now I need to make a choice, and now what? But here there's a sense of needing to actually surrendering, not worrying so much, letting it actually happen, and still focusing on your own pentacles and your own foundation. Because as you step into your own energy, your own frequency, your very tangible, okay, I can do this, so I can build and build. You know, you're building an empire. This person is as well. And this is divine masculine, by the way, talking about the spiritual flames, the twin flames. So, you know, he's holding, there's a heart here and there's the world. Some of you, again, I think they're in this situation, what is very difficult is that there is going to be someone who needs to move, and that is triggering. How can we commit? How can we make this possible? But you guys are gonna be alone or with this person building an empire. So this is a beautiful energy. It is just that there's also a need to let go of the burdens of the, okay, this is, I need to take on so much right now. Just be patient. Let time do its thing. All right? Take care, guys. Love you. See you tomorrow.